When two Roman Catholic nuns from the St. Carthas monastery enter a tunnel to rescue an ancient Christian relic in 1952 Romania, they are attacked by an unknown entity. Sister Victoria, the surviving nun, flees the attacker, a demon disguised as a nun, and hangs herself. Frenchy, a villager who brings supplies to the nuns, discovers her body. The Vatican learns of the occurrence and summons Father Burke to Rome, where he is asked to proceed to Romania with Sister Irene, a novitiate nun, to investigate the matter. While Senior Irene is teaching youngsters in a school about the relationship between faith and science, her mother superior interrupts her and informs her that Burke has arrived to solicit Irene's assistance in his trip to Romania. The couple travels to Romania and meets Frenchy, who brings them to the abbey. They find Victoria's body and take a key from her body. Inside, they meet the abbess, who informs them that the nuns observe a period of silence at night and offers them refuge at the attached convent if they desire to return the next day. As he returns to the village, Frenchy is ambushed by a demon but manages to flee. Burke tells Irene that a youngster he exorcised, Daniel, was killed during the exorcism, and Burke has carried the boy's death with him ever since. Irene explains that as a child, she had visions, particularly of a nun, which piqued the church's interest. Burke is saved by Irene after the evil thing buries him alive in the graveyard. The following day, Irene and Burke return to the abbey, but only Irene is permitted to enter because it is cloistered. She meets some of the other nuns and discovers that they are continually praying, switching shifts, to keep the monster at bay. Sister Ona explains the abbey's history. It was established as a castle in the Middle Ages by a duke interested with the occult. The duke summoned the demonic entity via a rift in the catacombs, but was killed by Christian knights who shut the rift with a relic containing Jesus Christ's blood. The explosions during World War II caused the split to reopen, releasing the creature. Burke recognizes the thing as Valak and learns that the abbess has been dead all along. Frenchy returns to the abbey to assist Irene and Burke. Irene is attacked by Valak and joins the nuns in fervent prayer to ward him off. When the group reunites, Irene realizes that none of the nuns she saw and spoke with were genuine, and she had been praying alone, later understanding that Victoria had been the final nun in the abbey and had sacrificed herself to prevent Valak from controlling her body and unleashing evil. Frenchy returns to the abbey to assist Irene and Burke. Irene is attacked by Valak and joins the nuns in fervent prayer to ward him off. When the group reunites, Irene realizes that none of the nuns she saw and spoke with were genuine, and she had been praying alone, later understanding that Victoria had been the final nun in the abbey and had sacrificed herself to prevent Valak from controlling her body and unleashing evil. The trio recovers the vial with the key Victoria had, reasoning that Valak can only be defeated if the rift is sealed with the blood of Christ stored in the reliquary. Irene then notifies Burke that God has called her to make formal vows as a nun and requests that Burke elevate her to the rank of a professed nun, which he accomplishes in the abbey chapel. Irene is led into a pentagram and possessed by Valak after the group unlocks the tunnel door. Frenchy casts out the demon by smearing some of Christ's blood on her face. As Valak begins to drown Irene in a flooded chamber, Burke is injured by Daniel's ghost. Irene expels Christ's blood in the demon's face, expelling it as Christ's blood seals the gap. After resuscitating Irene, Frenchy reveals his real name as Maurice. Maurice has been possessed by Valak, as revealed by an inverted cross on his neck, unbeknownst to the others. Carolyn Perron sits in on a university session 20 years later as Ed and Lorraine Warren show footage of their attempt to exorcise possessed Maurice. In the tape, Maurice grabs Lorraine and gives her images of Ed dying, sparking the Warrens' research into the Hodgson family haunting and their encounter with Valak.